Right, so here we are. We're ready to do our method. We've previously done the diagram on Google Drawings and the apparatus list. We're now going to move on to method, and our method will rely very strongly on the variables section that we did previously. Basically, what are we actually going to do for this experiment to collect the right data that we need? I don't want this to be more than 10 points, okay? And going up to 15, 20 points here is too much detail. All right, so let's hope for the best. Let's write down method, make it bold, and we're going to give it a list format with numbers, okay? So at this stage, please do not write set up the apparatus. It's ridiculously simple and we don't need to do that, okay? So we'll cut to a quick voiceover here while I whiz through my own personal method. You'll start your method with how to change and measure the independent variable. That should be fairly simple from your variables section. If you conducted a preliminary experiment to understand the range of your independent variable, for example, my radius had to be less than 1 metre, you'll mention that in your variables section. The rest of the method is going to be concentrating on how you accurately measure the dependent variable and how you will keep the control variables constant. As I mentioned before, it's going to be less than 10 points and it's going to be very detailed as a physicist would be able to conduct it. And we'll head back to real time now. Repeat further 2 times for this radius. Change the length to 0.5 meters and repeat steps 2 to 6. That is your method, okay? Your method is going to be in less than 10 steps. It's going to be a simple set of instructions on how somebody else can perform this experiment. As at this stage, I'd like to include safety, and I like to make safety pretty obvious. So I'm going to put insert text box, and I'm going to write safety. If you don't have any safety in your experiment, that's absolutely fine. Say there are no safety precautions that need to be taken. It would be important for you to write that down. In my experiment, there is some safety precautions that need to be taken. I need to stand clear of the whirling bung whilst in circular motion. So it's important that you pop safety as a precaution in here if there is safety there. If you really can't think of anything that you need to do to make your experiment safe, please just then write there are no safety precautions to consider. Okay, so I am going to leave that like that. That's our method done. The next section is raw data, and that's covered in the next video. Okay, let's go.